Hey yogis, it's Mags from Yoga with Mags. Thanks for joining me. So today we'll be focusing on going deeper in our bodies to the place where our self-love and just unconditional love comes from. We want to transfer all of those feelings to our wonderful bodies, because we don't often feel about them the way we should. They do all the wonderful things for us, carry us to places, let us do yoga and everything else. And, you're stuck with yourself. So why don't you start loving your body? Have you ever got stuck in this negative loop of storytelling about yourself and your body? Well, I have for sure, and it's not a nice place to be. So hopefully this practice will help you undo some of that, minimize the negative self-talk and quiet our inner critic. And actually, it's high time we all paid our bodies more attention and we started loving ourselves exactly as we are. And as yogis, we have all the tools necessary to shift the perspective, to go deeper to the place where the truth is. So all the things that truly matter. And, I know how hard it is with social media these days, that everyone on Instagram looks like ripped, all the girls look beautiful and with flat stomachs and non-existing, super tiny waistline. And it's expression, it's art, but it's not real. So through meditation and yoga we can get clear on reality. So starting to love our bodies with all the perceived flaws and imperfections, and set up solid relationship with yourself. Okay, so to begin with, transition onto your back with your legs bent, feet mat width apart, and give yourself a hug. So knees falling in towards each other. Take a moment to settle into stillness. You can close your eyes. So this is borrowed from Alexander technique. So it's a hug for the heart. So it might be the first one that you got today. And even if it isn't, you just got a hug from your best friend. So enjoy it. Notice the warm sensations around your heart space. And feel supported by the mat, by the earth. This posture is also great for releasing the psoas, so a major player in the hip flexors. So if you're under a lot of stress or you experience negative self-talk, that you put yourself down, then your psoas may be chronically contracted. And if that's the case, we lose a sense of core. So by releasing the hip flexors, we can stand taller with our open heart, ready to take on the world. Start deepening your inhalation. So relax your belly and send your breath there. As hard as it can be, try to release that area and push your belly up as you breathe. One last round of breath. And release your arms to the sides. So diaphragmatic breathing or belly breathing seems even counterintuitive these days when we just naturally, well, we're so used to sucking the belly in, you know, for the photos to fit in our jeans, etc. But that doesn't help you feeling grounded if your breath only comes from your upper chest. So just at least for your yoga practice or the relaxation, try to relax your belly. Then draw your knees towards your chest and give them a little hug. What can also help boost self-confidence is connecting to your core, so the core abdominal muscles, as well as your energetic core, the core of your being. So this is where the center of self-worth and self-esteem lies. This is where you can find your willpower to do things, to transform. So as you inhale, lift your shoulder blades, exhale, forehead to knees. Inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze. So 3 more rounds in your own pace. Then release all the way back to the mat. Throw yourself forward, crossing your legs. Transition to all fours. Shoulders over the wrists. And as you inhale, drop your belly, lift your heart. Then exhale, around your back, squeeze your belly. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, spread your shoulder blades. 3 more times, following your own breath. Finding expansion as you breathe in and strength as you exhale. Come back to the center, fingers spread wide, tuck your toes under, and as you exhale, push back into down dog. Invite any movement that feels good or appropriate. So the first down dog of the day might feel a bit rough. So connect with your body, see what it needs, where it needs release, where it can engage. And settle into stillness. Notice the strength of the pose, the solid base, and expansion as you breathe. Now walk your feet towards your hands. And as you exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up all the way. Arms towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. So as you inhale, extended mountain pose with an exhalation, fold. Inhale into flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. 1 more round. Inhale, extended. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. And as you inhale, lift up all the way to standing, keeping your arms up. So send roots down your legs. So feel the strength from your hips down and upliftment from your hips up. Keep reaching your hands up. And as you next exhale, gently lift the chest. So we don't want to push the hips forward and go deep here, but actually gently roll the shoulders down and lift the chest. So you're standing strongly and opening your heart. you inhale, come back. And as you exhale, leading with your chest, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, plant your hands and one leg at a time, step back into down dog. Inhale your right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, stay. Inhale here. And exhale, step your right foot through between the hands. Drop the back heel, so the front heel meets the back arch of the foot. And then as you inhale, lift up to standing. Extend your arms out. And as you exhale, sink your weight forward. So make sure that the right knee is over the ankle. Roll the shoulders down. Squeeze your belly to connect to the core. And find expansion, find length through your arms. About 10 years ago, there was a study that proved that power poses help induce a positive response in your brain. But there was another recent study that showed that expansion in power poses like Warrior 2 and other in yoga can improve the self-esteem even more. So this is a classic power pose in yoga, Warrior 2. And if you stay in this pose for a little bit longer, then you can connect with your body deeper and focus on what it can do and how strong you're feeling. So keep your breath calm and steady. Feel the fire burning. That's your willpower there. And as you next exhale, frame the foot, lift the back heel, step back into down dog. This time inhale your left leg up, exhale, stay. Inhale here. And as you exhale, step the foot through. So drop the back heel, inhale, lift, extend your arms. And as you exhale, find your warrior. So squeeze your belly, long spine. And focus on the wonderful abilities your body has. My martial arts teacher always said that your mind is likely to give up 10 times quicker before your body actually will. One more round of breath here. Frame the foot, lift the back heel, step back into down dog. Now walk your feet towards your hands. Exhale into fold. And as you inhale, lift up all the way to extended mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart. Now take a long step back and spin so you're facing the long edge of your mat. Feet are out, 45-degree angle. Have a little sway with your hips. So you inhale, arms go up, follow them with your gaze. And as you exhale, sink your hips down into goddess. So you want your knees to be facing the same way as your feet. And you don't want to push the hips back, but actually try to keep them in line with your knees. So play with your stance, if it's too wide or too narrow. Bring one hand on your heart, the other one on your navel. So this primal pose helps you quiet your mind and the inner critic. And as it's lower to the ground, it can help you feel more centered, more connected. Keep your breath calm and steady. And as you inhale, straighten the legs and arms. And as you exhale, we come back, one hand on your heart, the other one on your belly. Hand at heart can help you stay plugged into your heart, so the center of unconditional love. So for yourself, others, and your body. And the other one on your belly to your gut brain, to your gut instinct. Something that we often overlook. One more time, inhale, straighten the legs, and exhale, come back. Feel the fire burning, feel your heartbeat, and feel the strength of your body here. One more breath in and out. So you inhale, straighten the legs, and bring the hands on your hips. Bring your feet out so they parallel to each other. Take a deep breath in, open through the chest, roll the shoulders down, and as you exhale, leading off your chest, fold forward. We're only halfway to begin with. Notice your breath. Strong legs, quads engaged. Squeeze your belly and your shoulder blades. And either stay here or you can fold, bringing your hand down to deepen the connection with the earth. Enjoy the calming benefits of having your head below your heart. And as you inhale, lift up into flat back, fingertips down or hands on your hips. And then with a strong belly, strong back, as you inhale, lift up to standing. Then step to the front of your mat. Hands down, palms facing forward. As you inhale, extended mountain pose. And as you exhale, forward fold. Inhale into flat back. And as you exhale, into downward facing dog. This time bring the right knee behind the right wrist. And spin on that knee to bring the right foot underneath the left hip. So then slide your hips back and then place it down. Back foot is flat. Have a little wiggle. If there's any pain in the knee, come out straight away. But if there are strong sensations and discomfort, then stay. So try to stay upright to begin with. In yoga, we often talk about the good pain. So pigeon is probably a prime example of the postures that really help you stay with that discomfort in your body and explore it. Direct your breath to that area, try to release it. But most importantly, you just have to stay there and fully submerge yourself in the sensations. So keep your breath deep and long. If you hold your breath, you create tension in the body, and that's probably the last thing you want to do if pigeon isn't your favorite pose. Staying upright, squeezing the belly, opening through the heart. Then plant your hands, tuck your back toes, push the mat away to step back into downward facing dog. Notice your hips. And then bring the left knee behind the left wrist, left foot underneath the right hip, and slide the hip back. So first of all, notice how this side is responding to this asana. We are hardly symmetrical, but it's particularly apparent in any hip-related postures. So if this is your less open side, give it some love. It's okay. Just give it time, be patient with it, and it may or may not open, but it's not about achieving, but appreciation and finding contentment being exactly as you are. The principle of santosha. So sit with a long spine, squeeze your back, your shoulder blade, and push your chest up. Your belly is engaged to support the upliftment. There's a Buddhist saying that says strong back, soft front. So the strong back means that you are solid with the sense of your self-worth and self-esteem, so you know your worth. And soft front means that you meet the world with an open heart. So this posture helps to translate this saying or affirmation into a physical sense in your body. Then bring your hands down, tuck your back toes, and step back into downward facing dog. Spend a couple of breaths here. And then drop down to your knees. So first of all, I would like you to have a quick look, and then we'll do it again. So we'll be doing Camel Ustrasana, which is a deep back bend, and it helps you open the front of your body, so all the way from your thighs, your hip flexors, your groin, your belly. So it's amazing, and it helps you learn that you can lean into the unknown and that you've got your own back, so you're safe, you'll make it. So first of all, we're going to start with our toes tucked. So you come up and bring your thumbs to the back of your sacrum, so it's that bony bit in the middle here. Roll the shoulders down, squeeze your elbows together, and you see already I'm lifting my chest up, because in back bend it's more about finding that lift through the sternum rather than going like low here, because you see there isn't much opening here, whereas if I'm here it's coming from the chest. So this is where we're gonna start here, especially if you're new to this pose. Then when we're finished, we're gonna stay seated and transition to child's pose. So so if your toes tucked, come onto your knees, thumbs into the sacrum, push them, roll the shoulders down, squeeze your elbows, and lift the chest up. You can either keep the chin down, or if there's no compression, you can drop the head all the way back. And bring the head back and sit down, either stretching the plantar fascia here, you know it's my favorite, or onto your feet. Calm and steady breathing. Then I'm gonna come back up, and you can either continue with this version where you keep the hands on the back of your hips, or if you feel you're confident, keeping the upliftment through the chest, you can drop your hands onto your heels, pushing the chest up. Find as much length through the spine as you can. Knowing you've got your own back. And then bring one hand onto the hip, then the other, strong core. Gently bring yourself back. Sit on your heels. And one last time. So come up, and either do the first or the second version. if you've done it before, you can go into the version with the flat feet, but it requires deep opening through the chest, but also foundation and solid base in your lower back. So aim to roll the thighs in as you open through the chest, and then decide where you want to go. So keep lifting the chest up. Find an equanimous mind. And if your breath gets short, try to lengthen it. But if you can't do it easily, perhaps it means this pose, you've gone too deeper in this pose. Then bring one hand onto the hip, the other. Strong core. Bring yourself back. And keeping your knees wide, drop your forehead down, your arms extended. Notice your breath and let it travel into the open spaces you've created in your body. And gently bring yourself back up. Transition onto your back. Keep your arms extended or in cactus shape. Knees up and then drop them to one side. So if you do back bends, it's really important to straight after stay in a symmetrical position so the spine can neutralize, and then do a twist to give the spine some love. And inhale, bring your legs back up to the center, and as you exhale, drop them the other way. So keep the shoulder blades down. So next inhale, return to the center. And extend your body. So legs are straight, arms are straight. Take a deep breath in and sigh out through the mouth. Letting go of engagement. Just one more time, give yourself a big hug. Expressing gratitude to your body for all the wonderful things it's done. And as you next exhale, bring the arms alongside of your body. Being fully aware to all the sensations throughout your body. The warmth around your heart space. And openness. If you'd like to stay in Shavasana for longer, then go for it. Otherwise, whichever way you like, bring yourself back up into a comfortable seat with your eyes closed or your gaze lowered. So one more time, roll the shoulders back to find full expansion of the heart space. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale through the mouth, let go of any residual negative self-talk, criticism. Bring the hands at your heart and gently bow your head, thanking yourself for making time for this practice, and your body for all the wonderful things it's done. So flood it with love, kindness and acceptance. and gently open your eyes. So thank you very much for your practice with me today. Namaste. And I hope that you're feeling more of that pervading, ubiquitous self-love for yourself, and you're ready to start setting up a wonderful relationship with your body. And what I said earlier, that we have all the tools to get real on clarity. So what can be done in terms of our well-being or our health, but there are things that you can't change. And you know, I've always had bigger thighs, so thick thighs, thin patience, but actually, like, they are so strong that I managed to walk up Snowdon on a path that takes 4 hours, and I did it in 2.5. So actually, yeah, go you. So yeah, try to turn the things that you dislike about yourself into things that are really positive, because you can. You are strong and you are worth it. So try this practice whenever you feel you need a bit of TLC, and fall in love with your imperfections and flaws, and let's collectively make a shift from focusing on what things look like into how they feel like, and perhaps shifting our habits and our lifestyle into the ones that will serve us better. So yeah, let me know any of your thoughts. I'm sending lots of love, and I hope to see you again soon.